Here we are going to rationalize the denominator. This is present in NCERT Exemplar Class 9 book for the reference. The first question is 2 upon 3 root 3. Here you can see the rationalizing factor, which we call RF, is root 3. Now this rationalizing factor is the minimum number which we need to multiply to make the denominator rational. We totally have to focus on denominator. We never look whatever is present in the numerator. So here 2 upon 3 root 3. I am going to multiply this root 3 both to the numerator and denominator. So the answer is 2 into root 3 is 2 root 3. We never multiply the outside number to the root inside number. We always multiply outside number with the outside and inside number with the inside. So in the denominator it will be upon 3, and root 3 into root 3 makes it another 3. So finally we have the answer 2 root 3 upon 9. This is the final answer to the question. See, the rationalizing factor is root 3. What I did is I multiplied root 3 to both numerator and denominator, and finally I had this. So the shape has changed, the appearance of this number has changed. Mathematically the value didn't change because we are multiplying the same thing to the numerator and denominator. So basically we are multiplying it with the 1, and 1 is the additive identity. The second one is root 40 upon root 3. So root 40 upon root 3, again what is the rationalizing factor? It is root 3. So what I am going to do is I am going to multiply this both numerator and denominator with root 3. So I have root 120 upon 3. Root 3 into root 3 makes it a 3. Now further we can resolve this 120. We can have the prime factors of 120. So how to find the prime factors? You know this technique. See, this is called prime factorization method. So finally what I have is I have root 20 as 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 5, and denominator is a rational number which is a 3. Now I can pair out. You have to pair the factors, and you can take one factor out from each pair. So I have this left inside. On multiplying I get 30 upon 3, and this is our final answer. See, we started with root 40 upon 3. The rationalizing factor is root 3. What we did is I multiplied root 3 both to the numerator and denominator. So numerator root 40 into root 3 makes it root 120 upon, and root 3 into root 3 is a 3. What I did is I resolved 120 to the prime factors. I converted it to the prime factors, paired out. For every pair I took a number out, and inside this is 2 into 3 into 5, which is a 30, and this is our final answer. So next question in this context is 3 plus root 2 upon 4 root 2. Now you can see what is the rationalizing factor. Rationalizing factor is root 2. So what we need to do is we need to multiply this root 2 both to the numerator and the denominator. So when I multiply this, what I have is, first I will write the denominator 4 into, what is root 2 into root 2 is another 2, and in the numerator I have to multiply this root 2 to both the numbers. Make sure you multiply it to each number present. So 3 into root 2 is 3 root 2. We can never multiply the outside number to the inside one. Plus root 2 into root 2 is 2. So finally we have 3 root 2 plus 2 upon 8, and this is the final answer with the rationalized denominator. You can see the number was 3 plus root 2 upon 4 root 2. Rationalizing factor is a root 2. What we did is we multiplied the rationalizing factor both to the numerator and denominator. In the numerator we had root 2 into 3 is a 3 root 2, root 2 into root 2 is a 2, and root 2 into root 2 again is a 2 into 4, and this is the final answer. So the next question is 2 plus root 3 upon 2 minus root 3. So here we have more than one term in the denominator. We need to multiply to the conjugate. Now conjugate is the same digits with opposite sign. For example, a plus b, the conjugate will be a minus b, and for a minus b, the conjugate will be a plus b. So here denominator is 2 minus root 3, the conjugate will be 2 plus root 3. Now what we need to do is, we need to multiply the conjugate both to the numerator and the denominator. It's a chance that numerator is same as the conjugate. It is not essential that every time you have same numerator. It is just a chance. What we need to do is we need to multiply the both. So both are the same terms. We need to apply the formula of whole square. And denominator is a minus b into a plus b. Now what is a minus b into a plus b? A minus b into a plus b is a square minus b square. So here it will be 2 square minus root 3 square. So the numerator will be 2 square plus root 3 square plus 2 into 2 into root 3, and denominator will be 2 square minus root 3 square. I move to the next page. So it will be 4 plus 3. See, root 2 square is 4, root 3 square is 3, and 2 to the 4 into root 3 is 4 root 3 upon 2 square again is a 4 minus 3. So finally we are left with 7 plus 4 root 3 upon 1. So 1 doesn't matter. So we can write it like 7 plus 4 root 3. So we started with 2 plus root 3 upon 2 minus root 3, and finally after rationalizing by multiplying it to the conjugate, we have the final result as 7 plus 4 root 3. The next in the series is root 6 upon root 2 plus root 3. This is the next question. Then what is the rationalizing factor? Is the conjugate. So conjugate for root 2 plus root 3 is root 2 minus root 3. Now again, taking charge of the question, we need to multiply it to the conjugate. So it becomes like root 6 into root 2 minus root 3 upon a plus b into a minus b gets you a square minus b square. So this is like uh, root 6 into root 2 is root 12. Root 6 into root 3 is root 18 upon root 2 square is a 2 and root 3 square is a 3. So again it is root 12 minus root 18 upon minus 1. Now this minus 1, it just changes the position of both. It becomes root 18 minus root 12. Again we can resolve this root 18 and root 12 into their factors. So root 18 is 3 into 3 into 2, and root 12 is 2 into 2 into 3. Just pair out the factors. So it becomes 3 root 2 minus 2 root 3. And this is the final answer to this question. We started with root 6 upon 2, root 2 plus root 3. We multiplied to the conjugate. See, after multiplication we got this thing, root 12 minus root 18 upon root minus 1. Due to this minus 1, root 18 comes in front, root 12 goes back. We resolved root 18 to the factors. Under root of 18 is 3, 3 is a 9 to the 18, and 12 is 2 to the 4, 3 is a 12. We made pair and we took out. So finally we have it like 3 root 2 minus 2 root 3. This is equal to this after rationalizing. For the final example, it is root 3 plus root 2, root 3 plus root 2 upon root 3 minus root 2. Again, what is the rationalizing factor? Rationalizing factor is the conjugate of denominator. Root 3 minus root 2 is root 3 plus root 2. So it is a chance it is same as numerator. It is not always essential that it will be same. So I am going to rationalize it. So with the conjugate, we have a whole square thing in the numerator, and we have a square minus b square in the denominator. So for the whole square thing, it is like a square plus b square plus 2ab. And for the denominator, it's like a square minus b square. Again, resolving the numerator, root 3 square is a 3, root 2 square is a 2, plus 2 root 6 upon 1. So it is 5 plus 2 root, it's a 6. Root 3 into root 2 is a root 6 upon 1. So finally the answer is 5 plus 2 root 6. So we started with this. We have the rationalizing factor as the conjugate of denominator. Conjugate is the same numbers with opposite sign. Minus ka conjugate is a plus thing. So I multiplied the conjugate both to the numerator and denominator. It is by chance that the numerator is same as conjugate, so we get a whole square thing here. Whenever we have whole square, we have no choice but to apply the formula a square plus b square plus 2ab. Denominator is a minus b into a plus b, which is a square minus b square. So we applied it here. Root 3 square is a 3, root 2 square is a 2. So root 3 square is a 3, root 2 square is a 2, and 2 into root 3 into root 2 is 2 root 6. Outside number we can never multiply inside. Inside numbers are multiplied to each other. Root 3 into root 2 gets you a root 6. So 3 minus 2 is a 1, 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 2 root 6. These are unlike terms. These cannot be added. Unlike surds cannot be added together. 5 plus 2 root 6 upon 1. So this is our final answer.